Okay, hey guys, David here with Northwest Outdoor Adventures, and here we are for another quarantine video. Excuse the hair, there's nothing I can do. I can't cut it, so just deal with it. I don't have a hat near me this time. So anyways, I got another review for you. Today it's going to be another running vest. This is another vest from Salomon. I'm sure as most of you have seen in my past videos, I've really liked the advanced skin set, specifically the 5 and the 12. They're both really great vests. And so anyways, I wanted to review kind of an offshoot or a slightly different variation of a vest similar to that Salomon offers, and that is the S-Lab Sense. So specifically, this is the 2-liter option. I primarily got this because, like I've mentioned in the other videos, for the Advanced Skin series, the back has a lot of sweating issues for me because they have kind of that water-resistant liner in there. And this, as you can probably see, has a perforated back. So the back sweat is much less for me, so I like that a lot. If you're a heavy back sweater, you probably will too. And so yeah, I basically just wanted to kind of go over my thoughts about this vest and why I like it, why I don't necessarily like it, and then some of the things related to like sizing, water bottles, things like that. So let's jump in. All right, so first things first, what's really different about this vest as, previous iterations and stuff? Well, not a whole lot. Really. So a lot of the construction and materials and stuff are pretty similar. Really one of the biggest differences between this vest and at least the previous iteration of this vest is actually the water bottles. So that's kind of the first thing I'll talk about here. Is somewhat interesting to note. You may or may not notice. So this version of the pack, unlike the Advanced Skin series, has hard-bottomed soft flasks, and along with the Advanced Skin 5 series this time, these water bottles now have a wider mouth. So the top part that you pour water into is a bit wider. Now, why does this matter? Well, let me tell you, it's actually something kind of cool. So Salomon now sells a water filter that is an add-on that has this same mouth. So in theory, it should thread right on in place of this. And then, if you're doing longer excursions or something like that where you need to treat your water or filter it, you can use this. So I thought that was really, really cool that Salomon finally did this. A lot of people have been using, I always say the name wrong, Katie did or whatever, the Be Free. That's kind of the only other option that's like a soft flask with a filter built in that I'm really aware of, at least. That I have one of those. I kind of like it, but this is actually a bit smaller, and obviously it fits into Salomon's soft flask, so that's a double bonus right there. So that's kind of the first cool new thing about the vest. So another note, just kind of right off the bat, with this vest that I purchased, which I got it from Running Warehouse, about, I guess maybe 3 weeks ago now. So I've been running, and I've probably put, I don't know, 50-ish, 60 miles on this vest. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but one of my soft flasks, it leaks. Ever so slightly. It actually, it probably won't impact much of what I'm doing or anything like that, so it doesn't really matter to me. But I did think it was kind of lame, as I'm pushing it in, I can, I get a little bit of spray and stuff like that. So I didn't really, build quality. What are you going to do? I don't know how prevalent this is within Salomon's new flask design, but, out of these two, plus I bought a new Advanced Skin 5, one of the 4 bottles is bad. So that's something to think about. Now, the next big thing about the vest that I want to touch on is the sizing. So I'm a bit of a bigger boy, as you can probably tell. I've got some meat on me. And so anyways, with the Advanced Skin, as you'll see right now, I typically wear a size large, and that large has fit me fine. Going back, I think even 3 generations, I wore an extra large, and my body size hasn't really changed. I've kind of had a 43, 44-inch chest for quite a while. And so that's a big thing to know if you're going to purchase one of these vests for the first time. So I've bought this vest in the previous iteration of the same issue, or not really issue, but just, caveat with the vest, is the sizing is totally different between this and the Advanced Skin series. So this is a size medium. And like I mentioned, I've worn a size large in the Advanced Skin and even an extra large in some previous iterations of that. So Salomon has never really been all that consistent with their sizing. And this is no different. So like I said, this is a medium, and when I have it fully loaded, like with the water bottles in the front, and maybe my phone or something in the front as well, I can tighten this all the way, and there's still room where it could go. So the vest itself is very, very stretchy. I would say it's far more stretchy than the Advanced Skin series. And so I think that's just something you need to keep in mind. So for me, like I said, 44-inch chest, bit of a thick boy. A size medium, to me, I thought would be, I'd be covering my bases quite fine, because I had remembered when I had tried one of the Sense vests, I think a year and a half ago. I remember I had a size large and it just didn't fit. I had to return it. So that's why I opted for the medium with this one, because I kind of already knew what to expect a little bit. And yeah, so it's no different. So definitely watch the sizing. I mean, if you can try it on first, I would absolutely recommend that, because the sizing is probably going to be a little bit weird. Okay, so another thing about the vest is, in general, the build quality, the fit and feel, if you're not familiar with Salomon vests, in my opinion, is really top quality. So this is, just like the Advanced Skin series, I think this is kind of top quality in terms of build and comfort. So at least for my body type, I find this vest to be incredibly comfortable. And what I typically use this for is shorter runs, like maybe 3, probably not that short, but like 5 to 13 miles, something where in that range, where I'm only going to need like 1 bottle of water or something like that. And then I'll carry my phone with me. So it's just kind of I just carry a couple things with me. That was the original plan anyways, was that I would just use it for kind of shorter distances, because like I said, my back sweats quite a bit. And with this new design, at least as opposed to the Advanced Skin series, my back actually sweats way, way less. There's a lot more airflow and stuff, so I really like that. And I never really use the back pocket too much anyways. And so obviously, because the back is like that, it does not accommodate a bladder, which I never really use too much anyways, unless I'm doing really, really long stuff. So that's kind of what I got it for, and that's what I've been using it for. And like I said, I've really, really liked it so far. I guess the big issues that I have with it are, of course, the sizing, and then the water bottles themselves. Just in general, I'm very sensitive to kind of that plasticky taste that you get in plastic containers. And these soft flasks are no different. So, I have probably, 10 or 15 of these Salomon soft flasks in one variation or another. And the only time I ever use them really is when I'm putting some kind of nutrition in there. So if I'm putting like Tailwind or something and I'm mixing it, that kind of masks that flavor, but I can never just do straight water in it, because the flavor, to me at least, is so bad. And like I said, I've treated them, I've done everything, and yeah, these are no different. They still taste plasticky to me. So if you're somebody that's like hypersensitive to that, that will probably bug you as well. But of course, it accommodates like regular sized water bottles and stuff like that. So, which is actually what I use when I run. And so yeah, in terms of storage, like I said, this specific one that I have is the 2 liter. So there's not too much. It's got this back pocket, which is nice because it is accessible. So what I have been doing, because it's starting to get a little bit hotter around here, I've been doing 2 water bottles in the front, and then I've just been sticking my phone actually in this back pocket. And it's a little bit loose, so sometimes I get a little bit worried that it's going to fall out or something like that, because it does kind of bounce around a little bit back there. But I haven't had any issues so far. And I've also had, I have a small jacket, and I've been able to tuck that back in there and stuff. So there's actually a decent amount of storage in this back section that kind of stretches out and stuff. So you can fit some, right now my hand's stuck. So yeah, you can fit some decent sized stuff back there. Obviously, not a full-sized winter jacket or anything like that, but more than you would probably think. All right, well, that pretty much wraps up everything I really wanted to talk about with this vest. Like I said, I think it's a great vest, great addition probably to your, collection if you're like me and you like having different kinds of vests to suit different kinds of purposes. If you're just looking for kind of a one vest for everything, I would actually recommend this vest, the Salomon Advanced Skin 5 series, the 2020 edition, mostly because it has more storage space. Really, the only benefit I think this vest has over this vest would just be the better airflow through the back. In all other regards, I think the Advanced Skin's better. So yeah, like I said, this is still very comfortable. The pockets, you've got your quad pockets in the front for the 2 for the water bottles, 2 for whatever else that goes around the water bottles. And then you have the 1 zippered I don't think there's anything on this side. Nope, there's not. The zipper one though, I don't know. I don't like having anything up there. I've stuck like a Spring Energy and stuff up in here before, and I don't know, it never feels comfortable, so I usually don't use that pocket at all, but that's just me. In terms of other things on this vest, it does have a whistle like pretty much all of Salomon's vests. I never use it. It's a little annoying, so I usually take them off, but I've pretty much just been tucking it into the side for now. But some races do require you to have a whistle, which is, it's nice that their vests do accommodate for that. The only other thing I'd like to touch on, the sternum straps is another thing that kind of bugged me about the vest. So, as you can see, the sternum straps are similar in some sense to the Advanced Skin series, but they're also different. So, what I mean by that is they're kind of a more minimal construction that they have here. And I actually found it quite difficult to adjust these, whereas, and by adjust, I mean like move them up notches or down notches to kind of accommodate the fit for me better. Whereas on the Advanced Skin series, it's a little bit easier to do that kind of thing. But it doesn't, once you get the hang of it, you can do it a little bit quicker, but at least for me, it was a little annoying. Okay, well, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have anything else to add, if you have this vest or some variation of it, let me know in the comments below how you like it, if there's any kind of, things that bug you about it or anything like that, if it chafes you or, things like that. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.